Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the B-List. We missed you last week while I was down in LA, but I'm here with Danny O'Dwyer.
Hey Tyler.
Hello. It's nice to see you here in this part of the world and
Thank
not
you.
in England land.
It's nice to see me not in England.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so if you're not familiar, the B-List is the show where we play games that either are flawed and interesting and still really cool, or in the case of today's game, a game that's really technically really well put together, but just kind of got overlooked. And today we're playing Grid. We're playing that today because we actually have Grid 2 in-house. I think I can say that we're in reviewing. That will be out soon. And just to remind people what this franchise is all about, we're going to play the original.
Sweet. I agree. This is a game that I was very much interested in. Never got around to playing.
Yeah.
And I've played the hell out of all the Dirt games.
You never played this game?
But I played it maybe for like an hour or something.
Okay.
But I never actually. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right. Well, now you're gonna watch me play it.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's get right into it. So I just started a new career last night, and I'm sort of at the end of the first part of the game, or the first part of the career, which is right now I'm turning in a bunch of races for other driving teams.
Oh. You're like a fill-in guy or something, isn't
it? I'm the wild card.
Okay.
And so basically I'm just doing all these races to raise some money to start my own race team. I need $80,000 money dollars.
80,000?
Yeah.
Do you get to name your team then?
I think I do. We're about to find out. I played all this so long ago. I don't remember it. Oh, but I now have enough money to start my racing team.
Here we go. I hope we get to name it. It's going to be the best part.
What should we name it?
Wine Garner International. No.
My team.
My team. That sounds pretty good. Gotta be honest, you're going to spend 80,000 on a team. You might want to put a bit more thought into that. Taking requests for team name, because you know the chat will come up with something great.
Yeah, chat, come up with a good race team, like now, because I don't want to waste any more time.
What are you thinking?
Man, I hadn't even really put a lot of thought into that.
Do you have a go-to? You can call it videogames.com.
Yeah. Yes, videogames.com.
Okay. The Naughty Bears people are going for titty nuggets.
No,
I don't know about that. Limac came up with Grid Team.
The Gridders?
The Gridders is good.
There's
at least
no dot.
play.
I can't use dot.
Can you? One just on Word. Yeah, videogame.com. That's it.
Just spell out the dot.
Exactly. Capitalize that.
Intercaps.
Intercaps. Can call the team Intercaps as well. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, I knew it! He wouldn't let you do the last one.
Okay, so we'll be videogames.co.
Okay, good. Oh, it always happens.
Quality naming.
It always happens.
And I guess I get to start out with this sweet Mustang.
All right. Because your team starts in the 70s. Is that how it happens?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just that's the car we could afford. This, good condition old car. So what's this game all about? I guess we get to start painting the car. That's
this
great.
is what we saw McInnes
This is what we just saw Sean doing.
Yeah.
I get to pick my livery. So this, I guess we should start out just kind of talking about Codemasters in general.
Yeah. Who
is a fine racing studio. I kind of like that just basic racing stripe look.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
They really, I like these. And now we need some colors.
America car, blue, white, and red. That's your colors, right?
Yes.
Let's do America car.
So there's a good red.
Oh, that's lipstick red. Look at that candy red. It's popping off.
Oh wait, that should be the blue. That's the other.
Let's get some blue in there. Is that the right blue? Sure, that'd do.
It's hard to tell with the lighting. So people probably most know Codemasters probably from the Dirt racing series.
Yeah, I'd say it's fair to say. That's probably the most like cross-channel. Which
they all got really made their name in the early part of the last decade, making the Colin McRae Rally series.
So did they translate over here? Because Colin McRae was massive in
the first
UK.
one I remember being being heavily marketed.
Yeah,
was Colin McRae 3. I have to go with that.
Really, 3?
Yeah, they
That's
started
incredible.
really pushing that one.
What's your favorite number? 69.
Nope, 68.
Oh, I like it. It's one step away from 69.
It's also the score of our famous Shenmue review.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
And
that's great.
The tiny bit of motorcycle racing I've done, that's the number I raced.
68. That's pretty. That's a good idea.
Represents the world of professional racing.
And so,
I like to think that you always think you're one step away from a 69.
Well, so one of my other favorite stories. So, motorcycle racer Nikki Hayden, races with the number 69.
Nice.
Which is the number that his father used to use as well. And so people are always thinking, no, it's got some real sordid reason why.
Yeah.
And the reason why his dad always said that he picked it was because if he whether or not he won or he ended up with the motorcycle upside down in a ditch, you could read it either way.
That's great. That's very good.
So it's a functional number. Don't get that again until you have like number 101, and then you can even have your number backwards. But anyways, so Dirt was kind of like taking all forms of off-road racing and putting it all into one game. And so a couple years later, they did Grid, which is the sort of pavement version of that.
Yeah.
So we got all these kind of different. Well, we basically have 3 different racing leagues you can participate in. You have the American Racing League, which tends to focus more on city-based tracks and muscle cars,
stock cars.
The European license is like where actual racing tracks and
open wheel racing. I see it.
Open wheel racing and touring cars and that kind of thing.
Toka.
And then the J Speed was like the Japanese league. It's like drift events and Touge events, which are like one-on-one races on mountain roads, which have kind of a weird structure.
Sweet.
But let's start in good old Yara.
Absolutely. I'm from there.
And classic. Okay, we do some classic muscle racing, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Because what's more European than that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's start it off.
Yeah, let's kick it off. And
all right, Ford
I need
Mustang.
to buy a car.
Oh, you already have one. Select your car.
I can't pick that one
You
because
can't.
I don't have money.
You can't use that one.
I guess I'll use the
Have to use it, don't you?
the Ford Mustang.
All right, here we go. What you got? Difficulty normal. You're using a controller here, right?
I am using a controller, which is really making me appreciate. Well, every time I play a racing game that isn't Forza with a controller, I really appreciate how much those guys, how much effort they put into making the game really controllable with a controller.
Yeah.
Like how much feedback they give with just little vibrating motors.
Round 1, Milan. Ted Brand.
I think that's the guy I need to look out for.
Right, well, he's in 12th, so he should be all right. You're in 7th. Tyler Weingartner.
That's my name.
Marcus Brooks is ahead of you. Chris Howard in 1st.
And so they introduced a bunch of different stuff with this game. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Did you do your research on this?
I'm sure. I think I'm 99% sure that we are right. Although I don't know.
Okay, so we should actually say what we're trying to say here instead of trying to fumble around it. That I'm pretty sure this is the first game that introduced like the whole flashback system.
It's either this or the first Dirt game.
Yeah, but
I kind of think I remember the first Dirt game having it.
But it could be either one. But I'm feeling like it's this one. And so that was this thing where if you played anything close to a sim racing game before, it's super frustrating when you've turned in a good race and you just make one mistake in the last lap and then you're in like last place or you're well down the order, not where you felt like you should have been. And that's really frustrating, especially because, well, you can either take that place or start over again. And so they said, well, what if you had the option of like just being able to do that corner over again? So you have a limited number of these, and maybe if I make a really bad mistake, I'll
You're too much of a pro right now, though.
Well,
you're streaming ahead of them.
It was really easy to get up here.
T. Takara says there was no rewinds in Dirt 1. Wait, he said Dirt 1. Yeah. So I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think the Grid 1 was the first two.
And the other thing they really tried to do with this game is really do something that was kind of counter to what that was a bit clumsy of me.
You're thinking about rewinding there? How many you got?
I still have 4.
4. Yeah, I think that was a really great mechanical addition. I gotta say though, it's a way better mechanical addition to the Formula 1 games, because goddamn, like, you can make one error on a lap in Formula 1 and legitimately like an entire 40 lap race can be over. So like, I think as much as I use the replays in like the rallycross stuff in dirt, like in Formula 1, it's so useful. Oh, you so need them.
Yeah, and you really start making choices of like, can I live with that mistake? Can I make that one up, or do I need to burn one of my do-overs?
Sometimes it's fun to just not to like have a 10-lap race and say, okay, I'm not doing any of them.
Yeah,
like that's actually kind of where I'm at now. But like, getting to grips with that game, first like year or so, there was no way I could have played it.
So when you were playing those games, were you doing? Do you normally do full distance races?
I do like 50%. When I'm doing a season, I do like 25%. But when I'm sitting down to do a race myself, I have done a couple of 100% races, but I generally do 50% races because it gets quite boring.
Yeah,
and also you tend to overtake people and close the distance faster than you would in real F1 as well.
Right.
So at least the way I've got
the AI is all tuned for the slightly more condensed races. Although I did appreciate at least the one of those I played the most, which I think is 2011. I think the default was still a pretty long race distance of like 1/3 distance. So you got like 12 and 15 lap races.
Yeah, that's about right.
And man, those are intense.
Yeah, it's really you tend to concentrate a lot. Like the thing at F1 cars is when you put them into walls, when you damage your car, you tend to damage your car pretty badly. Yeah, and you have to go to the pits. Like doing Monaco in the rain is the one that I always send people on straight away, just so they realize what's going on. But yeah, losing wheels and stuff, and
and rain is the toughest thing in those games. And
the flags as well, because you don't tend to have those in these games.
Yeah, but what I think those games and this game did really well is really present as much as possible of what the actual race experience is like. So it's not like a Forza or Gran Turismo game where it's more about owning a car and you know, lavishly applying upgrades and liveries on it. It's just about get in the car and drive it, and also a lot about the actual race driver experience of, you know, early on, you know, you maybe don't necessarily feel the need to win every race you compete in.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I remember, well, in this one, you're starting out racing for other teams, and a lot of times it's like, okay, the only thing that this team is really asking you to do is
videogames.co.
Get in the top 5 or get in the top 10, or just finish ahead of this
decent
guy.
Place.
Yeah. Although now I'm got my own racing team with videogames.co.
You can do it ever the hell you want.
Yeah. Although why did I only get 20 points? I won that one.
The team did.
Oh, okay.
There's only one of you.
Yeah.
I guess we need to sign somebody else.
Oh, that's right. You do get to hire a racing driver.
You get to name them.
And they're real. You don't get to name them.
Just like in real life. Wait, can you switch up the views there?
I can.
We've got. Look, okay, Grid 2. There is a lack of these, shall we say?
There's no in-car view?
There is no in-car view in Grid 2. And the reason for that, I reckon, what they say is that from their statistics, and I know Codemasters, I remember talking to the creative director of the Formula 1 games, and he made this point as well, that the in-car views tend to be used by something like less than 5%, 6% of all players as their primary viewing angle. Now, what I'd say against that is that I think everyone who ever plays a racing game enjoys doing the odd race or the odd lap or a little bit of time in car, because it's kind of the novelty of it and the fun of it. So there's been this backlash that feels like more than 5 to 6% of people. There was a similar problem when Gran Turismo 5 came out, I remember, because they had they modelled a specific percentage, maybe 15% of the cars that they had in GT5 actually had interiors that were accurate.
Yeah.
You can kind of understand when a game's got that many cars in it, it's going to be quite difficult to do. And in Formula 1 2010 they were all the same wheel, and then in 2011 they did them all up. But Grid 2 is not going to have any because they take too long to make and nobody uses them.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, I always see in the comments of like, people who, there seems to be this really vocal minority there that just say, I'm not going to play a racing game that doesn't have cockpit views.
Yeah.
Personally, it doesn't matter to me. I appreciate that. I don't know. I really don't care about cockpit views. I mean, it's great if they put in the effort. That would have been a good chance for a good opportunity for
a replay. If you weren't so sick at this game and you managed to like completely get past all these guys, look at that.
For me, I've never been a fan of cockpit views because if you look at my screen right now, like how much of my screen is giving me useful driving data?
Yeah, it's that little window past the wheel. Really, it's not like when you're really driving, you tend to look at your RPM or check your speed, and I don't know what it is. What is that actually? It's an interesting point. I wonder if it's just because you've got who needs windshields? Do you call those windshields over here?
Windscreen.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess windshield is what.
Windbreaker.
Most of my car media these days comes from Top Gear. So
really?
I have a real bad habit of just
Top Gear America.
No, the real one.
Top Gear in the UK is barely about cars at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and I'm sure the other models or the other regions are pretty much doing the same thing. Just blow stuff up and say it's a car show. I originally checked out Top Gear America and thought, well, this has potential, but the real problem is these guys have absolutely no chemistry with each other yet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you go back and watch the first season of Top Gear UK, they had the same problem.
Yeah.
And they got better, so I figured, well, I'll give these guys a couple seasons to come back to it, and I haven't done that yet, so bad on me
the list.
for that.
If you like car content, sweet-ass video game or video-based car content, you should check out our CBSI friends over at XCar, who are based in the UK. Good friends of mine. Drew Stern used to be involved in GameSpot Video, and Alex Goy and the guys. Their site isn't launched yet, but you can check them out on Facebook and on YouTube as well at XCar Official. They do some pretty sick things. They got some pretty good looking videos about cars.
Yeah, I suspect that this is a video that most people like, and this is the one that is my drunk driving simulator. But I'm
a fan of that one.
I'm a good hood view fan.
You like to view the hood.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's more of like when I'm actually looking out of the windscreen of a car. That is what I'm looking at.
It's like the first person view.
Yeah. And I get to see my weapon, which is the bumper of my car.
Weapon. Scott Jensen, you ain't got nothing on videogames.co. Kyle Buckingham.
Do we have anything in the chat?
Everyone's talking about Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh yeah.
Was there Top Gear AU? Was there really?
There is.
Wow. Shrimp on the Barbie.
They've even done some cross content creation with. Oh look! Wait, no.
Videogames.co.
Still still slowing down in the team standings.
You got a bronze medal all on your own.
Yeah, well, that's
White
true.
Cove Racing. Red Desert Racing. Is it just
who's the guy,
color location racing?
Who's the B team driver for Mark Brook Racing? Because it's probably not Mark Brook.
Brook Marks.
Or maybe it is.
Huey Smash. Is that actually someone's name? Huey Smash. That is brilliant. He should be in Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
Huey Smash.
And now it's I got a whole lot of rep in that European League. Oh, because I'm finally racing for myself. I'm making a name here.
Oh wow, you've way more rep, than you had before.
Oh, and that's right. Get some
all that
racing
rep.
leagues.
Look at all that kudos.
On all this monies.
Apparently in Grid 2 you've got fans. It has a list of all the fans you have. I'm sure that's not breaking embargoes. Fans.
Yeah, they've talked about fans.
Okay. I wonder if you can trade in your fans for better cars, like because you have a total.
So this is another. Cool thing that they did with this game is actually attributing gameplay to the sponsors you put on your car.
I can't even read that too good.
It says Bilstein, which is I can't remember what they. So here's my major sponsor, and I can.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically you pick, you have different sponsored spots on your car, which I can... Collins Performance or Arlen Ness.
Collins Performance are going to pay out more.
Yeah, but
they've got higher objectives, Tyler.
Well, that's the risk and reward. So
man.
I'll stick with what is Bill Steen do?
$5,000, finished no lower than first.
That's a tall order.
No lower.
I'm gonna go with Collins Performance because they'll pay me $4,000 if I go no lower than third.
I think that's acceptable.
Bill Steen. Well, I guess they don't really matter which is the minor sponsor and which is the major. But yeah, you just get to assign different spots in your car to different sponsors, and then they pay out differently depending on
and ruin
how
your
you
car.
Perform. I think the only favorite sponsor gameplay thing I've seen before is I think the Activision Baja Rally Racing game.
I have that.
You could do different. I tried. It wasn't a real great game.
Was it Justin reviewed it? I think.
Yeah.
I think it was when he was reviewing. I think I was talking to Justin about it, and he convinced me to buy it, and I got it, and it's actually great.
Yeah.
It's just the races are like dead straight and about an hour long, and if you fall off a cliff, that's it. So it's like the world's most infuriating racing game. But Baja Edge of Control. Is that it? Yeah.
But the great thing that they did is that you have different sponsors on different panels of your vehicle, and if during the race somebody knocks into you and that panel falls off, then you don't get that sponsorship money because it's not in your car.
That is so good. Yeah, that's really clever. I like that.
Okay, so I guess I could stick with my good old Mustang here.
Do it. Let's get in the race.
Or I could... Can I do...
Stock car? Can you do open wheel racing?
I don't have enough rep to do any of that.
All right, let's go.
Or I could do some Pro 2Gay. Let's try that.
2Gay is great.
Sign me up.
Head-to-head racing on narrow
what's 2Gay about?
This fine instructional video will tell you.
I think I saw Sean doing this. You're just racing a dude.
Yeah, you're racing a dude, and it's done in two different sessions. Like one, he starts ahead, and then the other one, you start ahead. And
Sweet.
like your overall time,
Gotcha.
I think it's ultimately a time trial.
Let's do it.
If I actually paid attention to this video, I would know, but I'm not going to bother with that.
There was a great.
Oh wait, no, I have to pay attention.
You have to watch the whole thing. Oh god, let me spin you a yarn while this boringness is happening. There was a touring car race over the weekend, and because of the advantages of slipstreaming, like what's happening here, nobody wants to be in first anymore.
Right.
So basically, what happened was the guy like on the qualifying lap, the guy in first slowed down so that someone would overtake him.
Right.
And the 11 cars behind him all slowed down. So they were on like the fourth last corner. There's videos of on BBC if you're in the UK, and yeah, they all just go to a halt. One guy who's in like seventh decides to like eke it around the outside and get second.
Yeah.
But apart from that, nobody else wanted to overtake anyone.
This sounds like a problem they were having with the World Rally Car with the World Rally Championship a couple of years ago. I don't know if they changed the rule, but basically what happened was the World Rally Championship, every event takes place across like 3 or 4 days, usually 3. And the person that is ahead in the timetable on, say, the last day has to be first, basically starts first.
Yeah.
Which is a disadvantage on gravel roads because basically you're making the clean tire tracks that everybody else is going to use.
Of course, yeah.
So they would have the thing where, and now I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, you try and talk and explain at the same time.
You would have teams that would be ahead, basically overall have the advantage in speed, but they'd sandbag on the last stage of the last race of the second day, so that their rival basically make Sebastian Loeb go first on the so basically he would be at a complete disadvantage.
It's funny how that happens. It's kind of like an F1, I guess. The equivalent would be,
this is all going bad.
The equivalent would be rubbering in on a track and that waiting until the last minute in terms of rubber wear on the track, and also in terms of did he shunt you?
I think he did.
Yeah, and in terms of the heat of the track as well, it's generally favourable to not run a lap time until quite near the end of a session. But then that's not really handing anyone a direct advantage like in those situations. It's crazy technology in racing. I've only gotten into this sort of stuff again in recent years with F1, and you got me into MotoGP as well last year. And then I spoiled last weekend's race to you earlier today.
Well, you spoiled second place for me.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can live
I
with
can
that.
spoil the rest of it now if you want.
Please do not. And I think one of my other favorite things that this game did is that at the end of every basically the game takes place across different seasons.
Yeah.
And at the end of every season, you get to participate in the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Oh, that's awesome.
However, they don't make you, and you run the full race, sort of.
Yeah.
You obviously they don't make you sit through. They don't make you sit there through all 24 hours.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
That's in GT5, I think.
Is it in GT5?
Maybe not in 5. Maybe it's in one of them, though.
The only game I've ever known about that was
the Le Mans game.
The Test Drive Le Mans.
Oh, okay.
But they basically condense the entire 24-hour race into 24 minutes.
That's wow.
And so you still have the full day-night cycle.
That's quite cool.
And racing at night is hard.
I've some mates who have been to Le Mans, and they say it's like no other race you've ever been to in your life.
I can believe it.
They say it's completely mental, like in terms of because with 24 hours of racing, the like technical issues that happen are just completely out of this world. So you have teams scrambling to do ridiculous things to the cars to try and get them out. Like there can be like 15-minute, pit stops when they're trying to like piece together the car back, or even longer, because the amount of time they can make up over the course of the rest of the race is so long with 24 hours of racing to do. It's mental. And they like the nighttime stuff, they say it's like beautiful. You can see all you can see is the headlights being cast across. And you get some crazy crashes at Le Mans as well because of the variety of cars and the different speeds.
Yeah. I'm sure there's quite a few fantastic documentaries about Le Mans, but well, I will say my favorite, because it's the only one that I've seen, is so Audi a couple of years ago put together a document with NFL Films, of all people.
NFL Films,
which is not a.
Right.
I know about them because they put together this documentary about basically the last year the Audi R10 raced in Le Mans.
Okay.
Which I think was 2010.
I think I might have heard this.
It's called Truth in 24.
Okay.
And basically applying there, so that was the first year of the Peugeot team, who was like faster than them all around. Oh, that was my classic over.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this went for me. I don't think I. Yep, yeah, that's how I thought it
Oh,
was.
he got a penalty as well.
Okay.
Oh, he just lost out on it. Did you?
But I think
Oh, you got it! You got it!
Nice.
Nice.
Videogames.co. Take that, Hitomi Mitsubishi.
I wonder why he got that penalty for. That's what won it.
Being bad at his job.
Here we go. Jewel Onken. Onken make a...
Crowland race team.
I love Crowland. It's a great place.
It's full of crows.
But just do not take out a sandwich in public, because they will be all over you. Oh, that's Onken is the name of a dairy company in like Germany, I think. They make yogurts.
Yeah.
Or yogurts. How do you pronounce that over here?
Yogurt.
Yogurt, okay.
But anyway, so they had to apply their strategy of, they knew the Peugeot was faster, so they needed to win by not crashing, not having any technical problems,
Right.
and spending less time in the pits.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like 0 error racing.
pretty much. It's called Truth in 24. I think I know at least for a while, and I think this might be still true. You can download it from iTunes for free.
Oh wow, okay, that's quite awesome.
And I think you can also just watch the whole thing on YouTube.
Sweet.
It's a great watch. I highly recommend it.
Check it out. I think I was talking to Lark about Senna during the week, and he didn't know who Ayrton Senna was, or or any of the history of that. But I think that's I've seen that on the US Netflix as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably, even for people who aren't into racing, I think that's a really good documentary just about human spirit. I think. And the fact that he is arguably the biggest name, well, absolutely the biggest name in a sport, makes it, and probably in world racing, I'd say, in terms of just global world racing, I think Ayrton Senna probably touched more people than any individual, except, I don't know, who could you liken it to?
The only one, I mean, I don't think he's a household, he's not a household name over here. I'm sure he certainly is in Europe, is, probably Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, okay, that's a good,
he also has that...
The professor.
He...
or the doctor.
In addition to just being incredibly good, although he's still kind of being a bit of an underdog this year.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about the race.
Don't talk about the race. He just has tremendous magnetism for just being a likable guy.
Yeah.
He's also really good at.
And a long-serving player in the sport as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's an absolute tragedy that he had to be involved in the crash 2 years ago. With,
Marcus Simoncelli.
Simoncelli, yeah. It just seemed a little bit...
That corner...
That kills you every time. It was a horrible situation in the first place, but then for him to be involved in the incident, is considering he was his protege, is just... It's an added bit of heartbreak that story didn't really need,
Yeah.
Who's the other one? Was it Ben Spies who was the third involved in that? I forget.
Oh dear.
Who went over the top? I don't know.
Now I'm really trying...
Was that the only fatality in MotoGP in like a long time?
It's the first one since... Well, okay, so...
Oof.
I'm just ground myself. So, depending on which classes you're paying attention to.
Okay.
Because there was the crash in the first season of Moto 2, which I want to say was 2010. Moto 2 is the
division under, is it?
Yeah, it's the sort of the... Yeah, it's like the second division of MotoGP.
Like GP2 in...
MotoGP Junior Varsity.
Okay. Yeah.
With Shoya Tomozawa. But in the top class, the MotoGP class, the last fatality was back in 2003 with Tajiro Kato.
And were those racer incidents, or did they...
That was all racing incidents.
Okay. Ugh. It's rotten. And you think about F1, it's like the amount of people who died prior to Ayrton Senna's horrible mechanical fault.
Yeah.
That took his life. There's actually a video about, I think it's called Rush. It's a Hollywood interpretation of the life of, who's your man? It's an English racer, your man who died in the 90s. It's in Formula 1. And I'm going to look up his name.
Videogames.co. How'd we do this time around? Oh, I'm just barely slower than him. Now I lose.
It's Nicky Lauda and this other guy, Peter Morgan. That's his name. I'd never heard of him before. Peter Morgan's James Hunt. Sorry, of course, James Hunt. It's the rivalry between Nicky Lauda and James Hunt, and Ron Howard's directing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So looks pretty sick. Although it looks super Hollywooded up, and like it doesn't make sense. It's bits where Hunt talks to Lauda as if they never heard of each other, but they were teammates and they were kids and shit. So
yeah,
it's interesting. But Chris Hemsworth's playing James Hunt, who you may remember from all of those movies. I think he was in his first Star Trek game as well, or movie. Thor, that's it. Thor's the dude. It's the story of Thor's racing in Formula 1.
I will not and pretend I know a lot about this story.
I don't think the God of Lightning was actually the...
That would make for a really entertaining...
I think more people would watch Formula 1.
Yeah.
If the God of Lightning was involved.
Okay, so I didn't do so well in the good old Pro 2Gay.
No,
so I guess I'll tuck my tail and go Classic Muscle.
Classic Muscle. Lucas Oil. Can you buy a new car yet?
Not for this racing series. So still in my good old Mustang.
Mustang's pretty cool. You guys got some awesome cars in America.
You say that. Well,
like all of the cars most of the cars in Europe are new.
Yeah.
And boring. Whereas I'll be walking in the street and there'll be some vintage ass madness driving
Yeah.
down the road, you know, like muscle cars and sports cars and stuff. Whereas in the UK, when you get a vintage car, it's some twee farmer's thing or a Volkswagen Beetle or something
Yeah.
to that respect.
Or something that spends all its time in a garage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, we get that too. And
eBay Motors. Sweet.
this was before they got their big YouTube sponsorship. Although what that means is that nobody ever says, "Hey, bro, that was a sick race. You should upload it to YouTube."
Did they actually
Oh wait,
say
no,
that?
sorry. They don't say "Hey, bro." They say "Hey, amigo."
Right. Just press the share button on your controller.
Yeah, where all that started.
Put this video on your web zone.
I think this was also the first game where they wanted to introduce a little bit of narrative. So you hopefully can hear a little bit of like the race engineer yapping at you, and sometimes it gives useful information. But he also like when you are setting up your character profile, you pick your name and you pick your audio name. So
Oh yeah,
he's actually saying, "Hey, Tyler."
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
You don't have a nickname. I think Sean said he gets referred to as Cowboy
Yeah.
because
Well, it was-
presumably Sean isn't in many video games.
So they had my name in here in Grid and in Dirt 2, but in Dirt 3 they dropped my name, which means
Crestfallen. You overshot that corner.
just
Oh,
a
no, you're
little
okay.
bit. Overcooked it a little bit. It's fine.
O'Dwyer's
It's fine.
in FIFA.
Oh, that's real good.
Yeah, they retweeted it completely like by accident, but they didn't have it for years. And then in FIFA 10, they had Clive Tilsley and whoever else out in their like commentary booth place in South London, and they tweeted from the UK EA account that if you want your surname in the game, tweet us now and we'll make sure it's in.
Nice.
And I was like, O'Dwyer, get it in. And yeah, because O'Dwyer's not a popular name.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're in probably the same boat, are you? Is there many Weingartners around?
That I'm not related to.
Yeah. Where's it from in the world?
I want to say that I'm pretty sure it sounds sort of German,
Yeah.
but it's been Anglified.
Okay.
People always try and do the German spelling, Wein, but
Sure.
yeah, I think when my peoples came over, they just said Weingartner, Wine, done.
I have the
Stamp your passport. Welcome to America.
the anglicized version of O'Dwyer is Dyer.
Oh,
So that's why, like Mitch Dyer, for instance,
right,
is
yeah.
yeah. So what I'm saying is he is a fake anglicized version of me. There's loads of Dyers actually. There's a Danny Dyer in the UK who's an actor. Like he only does really low budget English actors. He's actually a bit of an idiot, but
yeah.
he's from East London. He's a kind of an interesting character. But every once in a while, there'll be a weird Danny Dyer movie on at night time, and somebody will feel compelled to tweet me accidentally about it. So every once in a while, I get these like, "You are awful in that stupid movie, you stupid mug," and I just retweet them. I think they're great.
That's great.
Oh really? You know Dwyer over here?
I do?
Yeah, there are a couple of
Oh, right.
Liam Dwyer.
I just never knew his last name.
So there was like no Dwyers or O'Dwyers in my hometown where I grew up, and then I went to this one town in County Tipperary. It's called Cashel, and I was there at a choir tournament or something. God, I'm such a nerd. And we went down for lunch.
Competitive choir?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. I got a baritone to beat. But we went down to the town afterwards, and I was like, O'Dwyer's shoes, O'Dwyer's butchers, O'Dwyer's this, and then there was a big like advertisement for like O'Dwyer's like doctor or something, and it was owned by O'Dwyer's advertisers. I was like, this is like my Graceland or something, you know.
We did the same thing with,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, GameSpot data producer that then evolved into editor, Greg Mueller.
Oh sure, yeah.
We took him to the Leipzig Games Convention one year,
Awesome.
and it was the same thing for him. It was Mueller was
Mueller everywhere. That's great.
Well, he had a somewhat anglicized name when because it was spelled Mueller.
Okay.
And over there we just do that. That's the way you spell stuff when you don't have any umlauts to get the right
Sure.
vowel sound. But there they do have umlauts, so then
So
it
it's
was just,
MU umlaut, is
Yeah.
it? So is that like Mueller, like the yogurt creators?
Sure.
But yeah, because that Muller rice and stuff like that. It's like yogurts and rice pots and things like that.
I think
Muller, you can even get that in the UK.
Yeah.
That stuff is
it's
delicious.
I think there's a barrier of I don't think your yogurt crosses regions.
No, Onken and Muller we've already had.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome to the B List, where we discuss racing games and yogurt. Although I do want to hear more. Whenever I go to Europe and have yogurt, it's always a bunch of weird brands I've never heard of.
Yogurt, different countries do milk differently. That's one of those. It's one of those areas where you got to step carefully.
Yeah.
You did good there. Was it second?
But then, and also, you spell it weird. Like in Germany, it's a Joghurt. Oh, my car window is still nice. Not for long. Not nice and pretty for long.
Bill Steen aren't going to be happy. He scratched the side of the car. I love it.
They're going to be happy because I didn't get first, so they won't pay me. Take that.
Oh yeah, they won't.
No.
Good call on the other one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In the chat, you guys got any questions? Let us know. How about In-N-Out Burger or Five? What, I don't know. What people are just talking about yogurt and.
Oh, they're talking about different hamburger makers.
Yeah. In-N-Out's great. When I first got here on Saturday, I'm quite. Actually, it was Sunday morning. I think I went for a walk down to the piers.
Yeah.
And I think I woke up really early because I was all jet laggy and stuff, and ended up being down there at like 10 in the morning. And without even thinking, I went straight into an In-N-Out burger, got a burger, and I was eating it, and I was like, "This is breakfast. That's not cool."
That's almost like when I.
Oh, that was super aggressive racing right there.
I just threaded the needle there. Oh, but now he's trying to pit me.
There was a massive.
Well, that was like that. Almost reminds me of when we were in Paris last year for Minecon. So I went there a couple days early with my fiance, and we just hung out in Paris for a couple days.
Great idea, man.
And
Romantic city.
I went. So we got checked into our apartment, and my fiance, she just like passed out on the couch because jet lag and all that.
Yeah.
And
also you.
So I went out to the Carrefour,
Carrefour, the supermarket.
The supermarket to go and get some food because I was trying to get hungry and figured she would be when she woke up.
Yeah.
And just like it just sort of happened where I came back and I have a bottle of wine and a baguette and some brie. I'm like, these things just kind of gravitated into my shopping.
That's great.
Cart. I don't know. These things just
like
happen.
a necklace of garlic. All of the go-to French. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, get some delicious fromage.
At least my stereotypical view of French food.
In fairness, though, they do have pretty good cheese and wine.
They do.
And baguettes.
The baguette wasn't that great. Though.
No.
I guess that's what I get for buying a cheap
Weekend.
baguette at like
Carrefour.
the end of the day.
Yeah. Rick Scott in front of us.
Rick
Scott from Scotland. He's in whole land named after him. You should definitely use him as a buffer around that corner. I remember this circuit. Where is this again?
This is San Francisco.
Whoa, I remember it because I'm here, Tyler. And you're here as well. And you, oh God,
That went real bad.
Yeah, you get a penalty for that or something. Jam Dev,
I remember
for Rick Scott.
I was posting about how I was at the Exploratorium that day, and you're like, "Hey, I just walked by there."
You were exploring the Exploratorium.
I was doing. I was exploring science.
You were exploring science this weekend as well at the Maker Faire.
I was exploring robots and corn dogs this weekend.
That's pretty
Which
good.
is like a science.
Robots and Corn Dogs is my favorite
And
band.
fire and
Electricity.
yeah.
Was there any what do you call those big things that shoot electricity everywhere? Those balls?
Oh, the Tesla coil.
Tesla coil.
Yeah, there was one of those making music.
Whoa!
Yeah, there's this performance group called Arc Attack. You can find tons of videos of them on YouTube.
That's pretty cool.
Arc, A-R-C. I guess you could spell it an A-R-K, but then you'd be attacking people with boats.
Arc Attack. That's great.
Would be great too.
That sounds like an anti-Christian group or something.
But yeah, when
Arc Attack.
they realized when they you send we create a arc of electricity with a Tesla coil, it makes basically a click sound.
Okay.
And if
right.
you make a lot of them in short succession, you make a tone, and if you can make a tone, then you can plug in a MIDI keyboard and make a great version of the Doctor Who theme.
Oh my! See, that's why these people are doing what they're doing on Maker Faire. My line of thought stops at the look at this sweet bit of electricity I made with this Tesla coil.
Yeah,
I'd be just happy enough with that. These people are incredible. It must be like stepping into like what they must have been like at the like Chicago World's Fair or something.
Yeah,
like just all this crazy. Look, all the dumb, crazy stuff we have made.
Yeah, and a lot of it is
Are
just
they looking
like,
for investment, or is it just like a showcase?
Well, so there's a lot of like, look at just the wacky stuff I've made, and it if you're familiar with the American Festival of Burning Man,
sure,
a lot of the builders that build crazy art sculptures for that bring out their stuff for
wow.
to Maker Faire as well. But I mean, it's really a gathering for all artists and inventors and craft people. A lot of times showing off things that they've made or showing off techniques for how to make stuff.
Oh, really? Like sharing.
There is a lot of stuff of like, hey, look, I've built this prototype. By the way, here's my Kickstarter to turn this into a real product you can buy. But it is a lot of like getting people rather than just showcasing, hey, here's a product that you might be interested in. It is a lot more about, hey, I will also teach you or inspire you to.
It's more
make
about the
stuff.
Process, than
the
marketing or whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot more about empowering people. Like, hey, you can invent stuff too. So, obviously things like 3D printers were a big showcased item there, and
Videogames.co.
it's kind of fallen behind
Raven West. They've probably got 2 people though.
Yeah,
Scotch Bueller Jr. That's a great name.
Bill Steen still holding out on because I'm not winning races.
Sucks so bad. Look
coming
at
in
all
second
that rep.
Still got a lot of rep.
Damn, you're the most reputable person I know. You're right though. Once you got your own team, that really kicked off. It's like 4 times as much as you had before. And look at all them monies.
Yeah. Oh, a new sponsors.
Double Reg.
From Advanced Performance Solutions and Lucas Oil.
Advanced Performance Solution is the most generic company I've ever heard of. They have solutions to your performance that are more advanced than their competitors.
My team.
What
Sponsors.
should we call our company?
Let's get more money.
More stick crashes, please, Tyler, from Ricky Guitarist.
Lucas Oil will pay me $5,000 to finish the race.
Wow, those guys are the whores of advertising.
So that's why they're my new
Thanks,
number
Lucas
1
Oil.
sponsor.
You're great. You know you're not going to finish a race now.
Double Red will also pay me $1,900 to just finish the race.
God, I love these guys.
Oh man, I'm going to be raking in the money.
Look at all of these advertisers.
Performance,
sure.
Fine, sure.
Why not?
It's just more money.
Damn. You can change your team name
Anytime I like.
Why would you want to do that? Call it Video Games. Do we have anything else? Do we have any other URLs that nobody's using? Do we still have games.com? Videogames.com.
I still need more reputation in order to. Oh wait, these are all just money entries.
Oh.
So I could do.
Did you open wheel racing? I would love to see you
Let's
try
see.
open wheel racing.
I can. Yeah, I can
You just
race some go-karts. I think.
You need to buy a car.
just
That's
need to
all.
buy in.
Oh, this is going to be great.
But I got,
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
Buy on eBay.
Oh, you can buy them on eBay because advertising. This is great.
But be careful of cars which have been.
Because who doesn't buy their go-karts on eBay?
Although I do think I guess these aren't go-karts. Did they? I don't think they have
No,
go-kart.
they're like really small engines.
Yeah.
Formula cars, like super. I don't know. They got like noses like F1 cars from the early '90s.
Oh man. Well, I could buy different versions of the same car.
the seller names, just in case you want to buy it from
Yup.
Japan or
Dan Marshall.
or
Matt Cooper.
Matt Cooper.
I think the best deal. Definitely the best. This he only
It's
put
got
6,500 miles on it.
Matt Cooper is the name of
But this one has more wins.
Oh,
been
whatever.
totaled 5
That means
times.
it's been exactly. That means it's been. Matt's one hasn't been totaled once.
Yeah.
Matt Cooper is actually a radio presenter in Ireland that I used to do slots on his show.
Would you consider him a reputable person to buy a car from?
Sure,
Okay. Well, that's why I didn't buy the car from him.
but he's got loads of money. That's probably
Yeah.
why it costs so much, because he doesn't need to sell it. He just wants to. He's got to wait till the market touches what he wants.
Yeah.
Seasoned pro. You've 2 out of 51 trophies.
It doesn't seem very seasoned. Oh,
getting there.
well, that's my progress towards becoming a seasoned pro.
That's it.
Oh,
Exactly.
Donington Park.
Oh, this is great. Donington, the home of Toka.
And also the Lansby's best British sausages.
Lazenby's. They're the best.
Are they?
Yeah, sure. It says it on the ad there. Or commercial, sorry. Man, you were taking that inside line. God, these things are super... Your one's super not as fast as the rest of those guys. On that straight, they just ate up the ground ahead of you. Whoa.
Maybe I got a real junker from...
From Ben, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Car lube!
Do they have the Spitfire? They must.
I was in Oakland yesterday and I walked past a store that said lube store.
Lube store.
Yeah, it was for car lube, but they didn't specify. Just led to an awkward conversation. Man, your car is super slow.
Maybe I shouldn't have bought it on eBay.
This is great. Imagine if like this advertising, this non-endemic advertising they went for on Dirt ended up like creating loads of people who think that eBay is full of shoddy products. You should really just buy new.
Yeah.
It's been totaled 3 times. It shows. The wheel's going to lock up now, the brakes are going to fail, and you're going to end up...
Well, I remember there being sort of a risk reward with buying it on eBay. I just don't remember what the risk was.
Temperature says you have the buyer's remorse. Oh! You're going to get... Oh no, I thought he crashed out. That's Jess, by the way.
Now I'm just trying to remember
you.
what...
What's up, Jess?
Hello,
Good morning.
Jess.
Good morning.
I think it's morning for them.
Yeah, it's always morning for them. It's always sunny.
I think I'm just not familiar with how much corner speed I need to carry with these
I think
cars.
you need to. Yeah, Donington's real. I think you need to carry more. I think you don't need to brake as much as you think you do,
Except for the parts where I do.
and then you overshoot it completely.
Which
You're
I
good.
don't-
This is good. You made loads of ground up on these guys. There's the
Although
famous.
I'm also 17th and 20. Might want to restart this race.
You're losing so much on the straights. Oh yes. Oh. Whoa!
Oh!
Bunches of crashes going on there.
I didn't need to get involved with that.
You got tangled in your wheels. If it's anything like F1, it's always like... Actually, no, because there's no real hard turns on this, so I don't even think hard braking is required. Because the one thing about F1 is there's always a...
Tomlinson should have...
I think it's just these cars are super nippy. Like, they can turn so quickly.
If it's the full layout of Donington, it should have like a couple of really tight turns, but I don't know. This might just be like that fast layout.
Yeah. Ooh. This one here looks about as tight as they get, but it's not even that much.
Just cut the grass a little bit there and call it good.
But that's like the problem in the F1 ones. You don't get enough heat in the brakes and slam into those corners.
Yeah.
Look at him. He just ate up the ground on you on the straight there. This is the only like slow one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nice. 16th.
My sponsors are going to be real unhappy. Wait, except
Doesn't
for the
matter.
ones-
Doesn't matter. Finish the race. It's their fault.
Yeah. Thanks for the money.
Oh, also, I don't think we put any...
Best of pretty good.
We didn't put any decals on this one, did we? Oh,
No,
we did. So did
they carry it across.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I just realized in the other side of that thing is something the best of British bacon. all the meat sponsorships here at Donaldson Park.
In fairness, there's
You
nothing
need to
else
go
to
to
do
the
there.
next page to see my name. It's real embarrassing. But that's okay. There's always the next event for video. I'm not even in the points.
Videogames.co.
Man. But hey, sponsor money comes on through.
Cha-ching.
Thanks, Double Red.
Collins. They asked for too much. Oh man, it's a Nürburgring. I've literally drunk where your car is parked right now.
We had a music festival.
I was standing and I ran onto the circuit during the Grand Prix. No, I was at Rock am Ring.
Oh, nice.
I've drunk here. On the end of this straight, on turn 1, is where stage 3 is. It's awesome. It's like the main stage is in Parc Fermé. Stage 3 is right there on the left. Oh man.
I've been to the race circuit.
Up here as well as I was drinking here as well, and eating noodles.
Yeah, I went to.
I saw Soulfly here.
My first time in Germany.
Yeah.
We got into Frankfurt in the
Here we
morning,
go.
and just like had all day to do nothing.
Yeah.
Which I took to be rent a car and spend all day driving to the Nürburgring with the intent.
It's not particularly close to Frankfurt.
It was like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere as well, isn't it? It's just up in the hinterland.
Well, it's actually much closer to where we now go much more often to Cologne.
Yeah,
I think it's only like maybe 45 minutes from there. But I had rented a car, a Ford Focus C-Max diesel, not a great car, with the intent of I'm going to go to the Nürburgring and drive it in my diesel estate car.
You're gonna pay it's something stupid like €20 or something, isn't it?
I didn't care.
Yeah. Like real cheap. Just don't crash because then you're gonna have to replace all these.
I think I took out the. Did they make you pay for that on the track?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that makes sense. And I drove all the way there, and I got to.
Oh. That's crazy. You managed to get to a complete stop there.
Basically, the place where if you're doing your laps as a customer, where you would enter and exit from.
Sure.
And to my dismay, the track was closed to public traffic because it was the final hour or two of the 24 hours of Nürburgring endurance.
Oh, you're kidding me!
I was probably the most bummed out person to ever
fourth place. Keep it up, man.
Ever be at the 24 hours of Nürburgring?
Yeah, right. Oh, that's a nightmare.
You're looking at a 2-second gap.
Look at the three of them slowing each other down. There were three abreast there.
And I tried to do it one other time when, again, when we were going to. So when we used to go to the show in Leipzig.
Yeah.
They hadn't really figured out that a lot of people would like to come from America and get onto and do the transfer from Frankfurt Airport to
Frankfurt Hans,
to Leipzig. So that was like an 8-hour layover. I'm like, I think I have just enough time to do it. And like, I went to the rental agency and basically I told them like, look, I need a car.
Wait, did you arrive in Frankfurt and then we're trying to get to Leipzig from there?
Yeah.
Oh man, we drove that.
That probably would have been the more sensible choice.
It's like 4 hours, but it was totally worth it.
But we don't understand geography, so...
You think across the country is quite far.
Yeah, we're just like, okay, well, we'll just wait 8 hours for the hour flight.
Yeah,
or we probably could have taken a train as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Germany's pretty good for those.
So I was thinking, okay, well, might as well make the best of the time. I think I've got just enough time that I can make it.
Yeah.
And tell them like, well, I need a car. And that time they put me in a much nicer car. It was a BMW 5 Series, still a diesel.
Sweet.
But whatever, it's a BMW.
Yeah.
It should have been fine. But I tried to explain them very clearly. Like, look, I need it to have satellite navigation, and I need the satellite navigation to speak English.
English, yeah.
My German is not that advanced.
Go on. Oh, fourth, respectable fourth.
I blame my eBay Motors car.
Nice one. That was good work. I'm very impressed by that. It was solid.
It took like an hour and a half just to get the car rented and get in the car, and then I realized it didn't speak the language I needed it to. And by that time, I'd lost enough time that I was like, well, I don't think we're gonna make it.
Damn. One day.
This is my star-crossed journey with myself and the Nürburgring.
Yeah, I just got wasted there for ages and ate delicious chips with mayonnaise, as is the German way. The drive on to Nürburgring is probably as good as well because the Autobahn is pretty sick.
I did at least get to drive on the Autobahn, which again I was still
Ireland,
not the fastest.
Graham Norman first and fourth. That's how good he is.
The driver.
Explain that one, Grid. What?
Wait, what? No.
Oh, Bobby.
Oh,
it's his
Norman.
brother.
From Norman Tech.
Bobby. Graham. Oh, Jesus. Double red. Put out that time. Bill Steen still mean jerks. Got all
'cause I
that
didn't win.
cred. Oh, so much credibility, reputation.
And how about my monies? Got plenty of monies.
Give me them dollars.
I'm not going to buy the next car on eBay, I'll tell you that much.
Dang it, Bobby.
All right, back to race events. What should we do?
Hours of Le Mans. Is at 24
Oh.
This is what I'm doing.
Man,
I get to drive in that 24-hour Hurs du Mans.
cars in the event. are
24 horrors.
4 classes.
All right,
Hurs,
let's do it.
hurs.
Hurs. It's not Swedish.
Class.
Els.
Race overall.
Cat, was it? What's 20? Vacat.
And winning.
Vacat Air du Mans.
Many drivers
I'm going to say. And hope that you don't speak any worse French than I do.
I'm sure my French is considerably worse. Skip 24 Le Mans
No.
24 hour.
No.
We'll not be doing that. Driver offers.
We're doing Le Mans.
Okay. I can do it in a Porsche 911 GT3 or a Panos Esperante.
Wow, Esperante. That means you'd be able to speak all of the languages in Europe.
I have driven I haven't driven it myself.
A 911?
I've driven it in many cars or in many games.
911?
That car is undrivable.
Which, 911?
No, the Panos.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to go with the Porsche.
911's pretty good car, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the 24 minutes of Le Mans.
Can't wait for this. 7 completed.
It's about to be 8.
Chimanego, Season Pro. I'm getting close.
I'm not allowed to compete in my own Le Mans team yet. I don't have the money for that.
Oh, really? Who are you playing with then?
Oh, this is I don't know. I just signed up based on the car. Hope it's
I like
not,
it.
I hope it's not Norman Tech.
The Norman brothers are sitting at the side of the track, being very angry. So, wait, are we going to see the full 24-hour then cycle of day night?
It should be, yeah.
Great.
I hope I don't.
Oh, you
no.
kidding me? Does that even count as a first corner crash? That was barely a corner.
I should probably not even.
We should restart it.
Yeah.
Will they let you? Yeah, restart race.
What a
It's not
horrible-
cheating.
What horrible livery am I in right now?
Yeah, it's really awful. Ugh, look at that. It's got a picture of somebody on the front. Flowers.
I just look like a teen girl's scrapbook.
All your crushes are written on the bonnet. Alright. Don't worry, you just got overtaken by 2 people on the straight. It's not... You haven't been given an awful car. There you go, fine. Oh, it's not really, really slow downy dirt. That's the worst. It's a good thing about the Le Mans 24 hours that you got quite a lot of time to make up. Like
Yeah.
23 minutes.
I'll make it all up at nighttime.
Yeah, and they're all crashing. You have to get used to the track anyway, so you need to take this on a bit.
Besides, it's not like I'm representing my own team.
Exactly. Who cares about your
I'm
reputation?
a wild card.
Nah.
This is just for money.
All those people.
Sponsor monies. Oh wait, I probably don't even get paid on my sponsors. Or do I?
You got to pull over and paint on all your liveries. Get that sweet sponsor money. Do it right at the end, so that none of
I
the.
remember this.
This is a really long straight. I forgot about this really long straight. This is where the crash happened between the 2 supercars last year. Is that one of them lifted up here? You just look good. You just look good. If you have any questions in the chat, please feel free to ask them. We have all the information about Le Mans 24 Hour you could possibly want. Yes, we're playing Grid 1.
It always
First grid
rains
game.
at Le Mans.
Who said that?
That's a key phrase from
the
Jason Statham's narration of the.
Yeah, that
documentary.
Audi. Oh, really? Jason
Yeah.
Statham does the... That's great. I was only watching Snatch 2 nights ago. His finest work, possibly. Also, Brad Pitt plays a ridiculously good Irish traveller in that movie.
Irish Traveller.
Yeah, a jippo, as they'd call him in England. He's, yeah. Or a knacker, as we'd say back home in Ireland.
Yeah.
Which isn't very nice. Yeah, I don't know how he got that accent so good. You got it. You got it. What was he saying to you?
I mean, you can already start to see that the sun is starting to set here. Oh, but They have real driver names in here. Like that's Tom Christensen, which is why he's in first.
Ah, so Donnie Crevels is a real name.
I'm not sure if Donnie Crevels is, but I can tell you that Tom Christensen is.
Mary Berry said we should do a lap of Monte Carlo in F1 because is the Monaco Grand Prix on this next weekend?
I
wasn't so
I do not know. Although if I don't get to see it in this game soon,
Yeah,
I haven't even finished a lap yet, and
Monaco's on next week.
I haven't even finished a lap yet, and it's already
Have you not?
dusk.
You haven't finished a lap yet, and you've been racing for almost 7
like 8
minutes.
hours.
God, I didn't realize the laps were that.
Wait, no, I don't think it's even. I don't think it's even the 24 minutes of Le Mans. I think they just make the day-night cycle last like for the entire 3-lap race.
Wow. Yeah, Monaco's on this weekend. 5 a.m. over here. I have to get up at 5 a.m. on Sunday. That was not cool.
Yeah, watching
Yeah, F1's got to be one of those sports that's really bad to watch over here.
watching it live at least.
Yeah. Same on MotoGP, I guess. It's
Yeah.
predominantly. How many American races are in MotoGP?
Right now, there's just Nicky Hayden and Colin Edwards.
Oh no,
So
sorry,
just two-
circuits.
Oh wait, American circuits. Oh,
Yeah.
we have a lot of them
Yeah,
now. Because there's Laguna Seca. We're still going to Indianapolis, and now there's the new Austin circuit, the Circuit of the Americas.
yes. Oh, that's for MotoGP as well.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
How was the
The F1.
F1 there?
Very good. That circuit is made up of like component parts of some of the best circuits.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like the incline on the first turn.
Oh yeah, that first turn looks.
It's crazy. It's
Pretty-
such a massive. It's the biggest incline in any Formula One track.
And I think it's really good. I mean, it was the first thing they realized when they started going to Indianapolis is that, I mean, Laguna Seca is a great circuit, but not a lot of Americans live near there.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, just
Not
because
enough.
if you draw a radius circle of like, here's the people that are within 100 miles.
Yeah.
About half that circle is over the ocean, and
Right.
not a lot of people live there.
Yeah. Not anymore. Oh man. Indy 500's on soon as well.
Yeah.
It's like next week or something, I think. As well, I saw a commercial for it a couple of nights ago. Coming up. But yeah, I really like that one. I hope the New Jersey circuit gets done for next year.
Yeah.
There's like real question marks over it.
That's a
It's a street course.
That's a city course. Yeah.
Same as Monaco. There's not many city courses in the F1. Even Melbourne is Melbourne and Canada are both on roads, but they're roads inside of parks.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really count. So like in terms of city ones, there's only, I guess Shanghai. Well, no, yeah, Monaco.
But Shanghai is city course.
Sorry, what's the night course one? Someone in the chat tell me. I forget. I'm getting my sub-Asian cities mixed up here. I think that's it then. I can't think of any. All the rest of them are on circuits, and then there's a couple of park ones. A lot of purpose-built ones though. All the new ones are all purpose-built, so it's nice that we're going to have a new one on the circuit that's going to be streets. They did a video a while ago of I think it was Jenson Button driving it, and it's crazy because it's just like it's New Jersey, you know. It's like around towns or city houses and blocks of flats and stuff, and in the background you can see Manhattan. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like an absolutely crazy idea, but I like the idea of it. Next one, there's been really boring problems with the Pirelli tyres this year, though, so they're switching them all up for the next race. So I'm hoping Monaco will be. Although there's hardly any overtaking at Monaco anyway, so it probably won't make much of a difference.
Yeah. Are there still multiple tire choices in Formula One?
Yeah, the different compounds, the disparity between them though has been really interesting this year. Like some of the soft stuff have been falling off the cliff really quickly. But the hard ones have been as well. They haven't been reliable at all. Like the tire wear on them. Oh, it's dusk.
No, it's sunrise.
Sunrise.
Sunrise comes up quick in France.
Dawn. Yeah, it does. It's like Central Saharan Africa or something. But yeah, the wear on the hard stuff has been really dodgy this year. No one's been able to judge it, so it's been kind of luck where people come. Whereas before, it's obviously the tire wear is like there's a mathematical edge to it, and you have to plan for it. But
Right.
Like, it's been so all over the place this season that it's kind of been a bit of a luck-based thing. People have been playing super conservative, put it that way. Like whereas before they try it out and try and find a new strategy. Like new strategies haven't been working, so everyone's kind of pitting early if they have to.
Yeah, there used to be a tire choice in MotoGP. You used to be able to choose between Bridgestone and Michelin.
Oh right, specific between manufacturers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's not that's not F1 at all.
And Michelin
that's
used to have a major technical advantage because most of the races are in Europe, and so is the Michelin factory.
Yeah.
They could make, based on rider input, they could, from Friday and Saturday, they could make special compounds of tires for certain riders.
Really?
And fly them and have them at the track for Sunday for the race.
That's crazy.
Until rules and regulations finally told them that, okay, Michelin, you can't do that anymore. Basically, the tires you bring to the track, those are all the tires you get for the race weekend.
That's so sweet.
And then Bridgestone just ate their lunch, and now Michelin isn't even providing tires for the series anymore.
They're not playing. Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just all Bridgestone now.
Animate art. There you go. Surprised you're dead last. You've been very consistently good throughout today's stream, but the Le Mans, I think the car you've been given is a bit of a dud.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the car.
Well, they were killing you on the straight, like straight away. Everyone behind you overtook you. So
Yeah.
I think the margin fair on Le Mans is
When my team gets to Le Mans, then
videogame.co. Take on the gold.
you'll see videogames.co at the top of the leaderboards.
Nobody's going to come because they're not going to know it's a website because it doesn't say com.
Yeah.
If you have video
Either
games,
that, or they
com.
think, well, we might be. I mean, we could be a British-based website, or
.co.uk,
Japanese,
yeah.
or Japanese.
Wait, why is that? .co?
.co.jp.
Ah, I get it. Oh yeah, what's .co?
O.co, yeah.
O.co. That's pretty good. I wonder what .co is. Is it like some tiny country in the middle of nowhere? Yeah.
Oh man, we should have gone. I wonder if we have registered videogames.tv. We really should.
Should reset in the live stream so someone else gets it. Videogames.tv, probably. Yeah, videogames.xxx, that'll be the best. I'm all there, I'm already there. There must be some filter you can pass. Like, you remember go to those websites where you like type in your own website and it like makes it look like free servers or something?
Yeah.
There must be one of those that turns it into like a porn site. Because that's what you want. It's good pace, Tyler. 4 minutes left in the race. Be hilarious if they made you finish the lap then. After that. How does it work in 24 hours? I guess it is, isn't it? It's the last lap then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last on the course of the line. Cayman Islands is .co.ck according to Nux the Fox. It's very good.
.ck.
Yeah, so it's .cock basically. .co.ck.
But if comedian Louis C.K.
Yeah.
wanted
Wanted to get
to
Cayman's.
Louis.ck.
He's probably already got his Cayman on his bank account. No, probably not.
Oh,
Seems like
I
a
get
solid
the Tens music theme now that we're coming to the end of the.
Oh, really? Mary Berry 21, do you reckon the Formula 1 series is worth buying each year? I think last year was the first year where I was a little bit hesitant about it. I think it's definitely the best one in the series, and it's especially for newcomers, it's the best one. But in terms of an upgrade, I feel like 2011 fixed fundamental issues of 2010, that 2012 was more of a rounding product. I'm interested to see what they're doing this year. I feel like this year they need to add some stuff to it. The Champions mode and stuff was really cool in 2011, and I didn't really care that they took out the whole not being able to race championship mode or championship regular seasons with real world drivers, but it was a solid game. But I really feel like they need to up the ante this year. I wonder what I haven't released anything about it. I'm wondering, are they doing a big next gen thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they have a weird situation, because they licensed that from the F1 dudes, so like I wonder what the economics is behind those releases. I can't imagine those games sell that much, because it's Formula 1.
You're right.
The Venn diagram is people who play video games and also watch Formula 1. Must be a small little overlap there.
It's like half of this room.
Yeah, basically. Look at some of those cars. Looks so fast, and then there's yours.
That's my little... At least I didn't buy it on eBay.
No, you got a loaner.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next year. 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Tom Christensen, is he the dude, is he?
He's for the Audi R10 team.
Nelson Piquet is there. Wow.
Well, so
Okay.
they got some real people.
Yeah.
Like Jorg Bergmeister.
Nelson Piquet is racing for Russian Age Racing. That's a bit worrying.
Yeah.
The age of Russia is upon us.
The age of Russian racing.
Yeah. What's next? Is there any more 24 hours races we can do?
I think
in
it's
the
just
world?
that one.
That's a shame.
I got paid nearly 20 grand.
That's great. You only spent about that much on petrol for the 24 hours,
Yeah.
so
Finished no longer than second in your class.
wow, that's a bit of much of an ask, isn't it? We'll give you money for advertising if you come second in the Le Mans 24 hours.
Yeah. But look at that. Look at my winnings right now. My balance is 200.
That's great. Now don't earn any more money because you'll ruin it.
Yeah.
It's nice and
And
symmetrical.
season 1. Event wins 2. Money 1. Loss.
Those 2 events were the first 2 events you did. So really,
I've just been going downhill.
you're 4 places higher than Ryan Boyle
The top, you need to
Kirby Motorsport.
region by completing events.
Although I want to get a piece of G-Tech Racing.
G-Tech.
The team leaderboard
Gangster
ranks
Tech.
every team in the world by their season's earnings.
Original Gangster Tech Racing.
The more money you make, the higher you place.
Pretty good.
Oh, but I'm 1 spot short of Newark.
Anyone who's received
just the
The
district
city,
of
the city and municipality of Newark, New
Newark.
Jersey
season
Race Invader.
has a slightly better racing team than me.
That's because they have that
Then
new
video
race
games-
coming to them.
Videogames.co. I'm hoping that. So one of the other reasons why I really like this game is that you get to race at Spa.
Nice.
And I don't know of any other racing games that have that.
And Spa, except for Formula 1.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Well, I immediately stand corrected.
there you go.
Should I see if touring cars will take me there?
Spa is probably the hardest track in Formula 1.
You think it's tougher than
Monaco.
Monaco?
Yeah, okay. It's probably in terms of apart from Monaco, because Monaco has the extra. Monaco's issue is that there's just no runoff areas. So if you're in trouble, you're in trouble. But Spa is probably the most demanding, I would say.
I wonder if I should just sell this car and buy a real one.
Never sell that car. Give it to your child.
But this is the dumpy one I bought on eBay.
Yeah, no, exactly. You love it.
But what
or she.
if I can't
Bilstein.
have multiple ones of this car and I don't want to race it anymore?
Oh, you can't have multiple ones of the same car.
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to. Oh, wait, you have to drive. Wait, are you doing Spa on one of these little things?
I don't know.
This is gonna be great.
I have to look at the tracks. Nope, none of the. Ooh, but Istanbul.
Wait, have we already done that one?
Tracks. Nope.
Nürburgring. What about the
Pro Tune. Dunlop
There's
Spa Challenge.
There's Spa.
Yeah, spent a lot of money to get into this one.
Oh, really? Is it just Spa?
Sports Car Circuit. Hall of Fame.
Spa Frankenkorps.
You need a car.
Buy it on eBay. See how much you get it for. It's not even that much of a discount.
Not really.
$4 grand.
Fine, I'll buy it new. It's got pro tuning. Yes, I'm sure I want to buy this car.
You came up short in the last 2 events.
Shut up, you.
Easier level.
Stupid
No one
woman.
asked your opinion of my racing.
Stupid disembodied voice. With your knowledge and facts.
I mean, you're just my race team manager. What do you know? You're not in the car.
Wait, you own the race team though. So what's
More
her
of a-
job?
I hired her to manage the business.
Okay. Here we go.
Going ahead of him.
Oliver Tillotson.
Tillotson.
Right, that means you're looking at the guy who's in first. That's worrying, since you're in 11th. It's a bit of a jerk move, isn't it? Here we go. Still, you're being completely killed on the straights. Alright, I know this circle like the back of my hand. No, don't break. Keep going. Go. All the way in. Keep going. I'm gonna be your caller, okay?
Okay.
We're straight now for about a mile, I'd say. You want to stay left, but if you break it on the right, it's a really sharp turn to the right, followed by a rather sharp turn to the left. So once those dudes break, yeah, you go in on the inside. Get this guy.
It breaks a little later.
There you go. And left, and you've got a right turn up here.
I actually know the high elevation part of this track pretty well.
This corner here is a bastard. This one is gotta slow down and then pull it through, and then you've got a little bit of straight, and then it's left, and then here's the other. So this is the hardest. This next turn, just keep going, on the gas, and then down here, just ease off it a bit when you come to the corner, and then take the corner, and then power it through the corner. There you go.
Nice little double apex there.
Nice. This is a pretty sharp right down here. Nice. They didn't know what to do.
People got it less right than me.
Exactly. And you've got another right here. Another kind of sharp one. Nice. Now power down. Just keep accelerating through this corner. Right. You're not going to stop accelerating for ages here. And the road kind of bends to the right. And then it's going to bend to the left pretty sharp, but stay on the gas. Just keep going. Oh, that was good actually. I probably needed to. And then there's a turn right up here in a chicane, and it's super slow, so you got it.
Smooth passing, kid.
Nice. Oh, awesome. First. Second. All right, nearly. Nice work. 10 places.
Good co-driving.
Same again. So a big turn right here. Oh, I forgot about that. And then you're back on the straight where you started. Yeah, so forget the name of this turn up here. This is the one that's like the crazy turn in Formula 1, because you're basically just completely accelerated. You do not brake here at all. You just stay left and then pull it right, and it's so much harder than an F1 car, I guess, to get that
especially
catch that corner. Look at this.
Do Formula 1 cars have to start the race with warm tires, with tire warmers? Right?
They elect to. I know that. So they do the warm-up lap, and they basically our tire warmers are things that you wrap around.
Yeah.
So they have those wrapped on, and they take them off maybe a minute before they do their warm-up lap. But it's in their best interest to have warm tires, because they do all their snaking around on the warm-up lap. But then, in Spa, it's so often raining in one part of the circuit and not in the other, that it becomes an absolute nightmare for tire control. Oh, that was a sick overtake. Almost until he shunted you. Scott Steven.
One of the things I always thought was really kind of silly about racing games that make you pay attention to tire temperature.
Yeah.
Is that they don't believe in tire warmers.
Yeah. So they start you with like super cold.
Yeah. It's like, come on, if you want to if you're gonna do a thing, do it all the way.
All right. This is in F1. This is where I always catch them, because they always brake too hard here on the left turn.
And
just keep going. It's this one here. You gotta stay wide and then kind of cut in on it. Yeah.
In that.
Now catch him on the right if you can. If you can slow down on the right here.
Yeah. In that Le Mans documentary. That was gonna end
just
real bad,
too much.
They talk about tires having just come out of the oven. Somebody, if they,
I did legitimately. Is that a turn of phrase, or is that?
I don't know, but I would believe that they, probably actually have a tire oven.
Wouldn't be surprised. Brake.
Because that way you can.
Nice. God, you slow down so fast in these cars. In F1, like you would have been in the wall by doing that. See, if I was playing now, I'd be braking in way too much.
Well, Formula 1 cars, you're also going a lot faster.
Yeah, that's probably it, actually, isn't it? They probably brake just fine. And also the idea of drifting is completely alien.
Yeah.
All right, last lap.
Think you can take this guy down?
You got Scott. Scott the Scott.
Keep Scott going. From Scotland.
It's retaining this. Oh, there you go. You got way better speed retention off that corner. You just got to make sure you don't overshoot this and he undertakes you. Just put him in the wall there if you want. Break. Nice.
Keep it up. You're leading the race.
Nicely done. Tyler W. Taking home the win. Come on. You can do it. Ram Scott off the road. Ram him. Hit him now. I don't think that's the driver's way.
Depends on if you're M. Rossi from the Forza games.
Yeah.
That's how he would win.
M. Rossi. This guy here is a killer in F1. Just trying to get that corner so you don't go drift out wide, but also have enough speed. Because it's such a... The problem with Spa is there's so many different places where if you slow down too much, you lose like seconds off of every preceding corner. If you don't hit like one of the corners perfectly. Especially in this last section, like there's so many fast corners on it. Like here, basically if you like over brake on that guy, you've got all of these ones you're slower on. Which means there's generally a much bigger disparity as well, because with the fast cars and the straights and stuff,
Yeah.
you tend to have a lot more, create a lot more width between the top cars and the low cars. You've got like a significant amount of distance on this guy as well. He should be cool. Slow down here, probably. Yeah.
A little early.
That was
for
conservative, but it was good. That's not blocked in Formula 1 either. That whole area there.
Oh, you can just
You will get penalised for it
Yeah.
sometimes if you try and go around it, but
penalize for it sometimes,
Oh,
you say.
yeah, exactly. All right, you got this. You got this. Great. Awesome. Tyler W taking home the W.
Championship.
The championship.
I won the championship. Well, I guess it was just the touring cars at Spa. So
Yeah.
we did a touring car. We're at Spa. Race done.
Perfect. Look at this for overtaking. This is crazy business. Look at that, shunting him off and then just overtaking the rest of them.
So like, get out of my way. I've got a race to win.
That's good live stream.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah. So we were just given the wrap it up signal.
Oh, we got to talk about tomorrow first, though, right?
Yeah, we do. So tomorrow they're announcing an Xbox.
I've heard, yes. The
Yeah.
next box.
The next box, the Dodge Durango Xbox 720.
Can't wait.
So what are we doing for this? We're obviously streaming the conference live.
Yeah, we're streaming the whole conference live on GameSpot from 10 o'clock, but we have got 10 o'clock in the morning AM, that's PDT. But we've got our entire show around it starting at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so you can either see a clean version of that, or you can have it with added commentary with you and Chris Waters.
Yeah, we're going to commentate over it like myself and Martin did the Xbox announcement on...
You mean the PlayStation announcement?
On the PlayStation announcement,
Yeah.
This isn't pre-recorded.
We're doing that. We're also, obviously we're going to be breaking down all the segments and producing content around that stuff. We've got some new stuff going up as well.
Yeah, breaking news, GameSpot breaking news.
So check that out. And if you have comments that you want to share with us about the Xbox announcement, you can tweet those to us using the hashtag GSNews. You see the information down there, and now it's gone away. Beyond that, all the regular stuff. If you like this show and if you want to see more of it, you can subscribe to us on YouTube or on Twitch TV. You can also follow GameSpot on Twitter at GameSpot. You can also follow Danny O'Dwyer on Twitter if you aren't already. That is at Danny O'Dwyer, or myself at _real_ Tyler W.
The real Tyler W. Look at that preparation.
And I'm not sure if we'll be back next week. Things are getting really busy in the run up to E3.
The electronic triple.
I will try and let people know via Twitter if I do think we're going to have time to do one. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and we will be seeing you very soon.